Ever been between a rock and a hard place? Well, here on the mountain bike trails at Mount Kessler in Fayetteville, being between a rock and a hard place actually can be a lot of fun. And joining us today is Jonathan Sebring with the local bike shop, who's going to take us on through.
This is one of the entrances to the Kessler mountain bike trails. This is Rock City. You've got a big gap through the rocks. It's pretty cool, just pretty nice trench to ride through. It's a very unique feature that you definitely don't see on a lot of trails.
This Rock City Trail on Mount Kessler is technically on private property, but it is open to cyclists upon signing in at the trailhead.
This portion is on Frank Sharp's property. He's the owner of the former Ozark Mountain Smokehouse. He's been huge in developing the trails and making it a bit more legal to get out here. They've been here a long time, but they've been a little hush-hush in the past. Now they're part of a park, part of something that everyone can get out and enjoy.
The unique thing about this Rock City Trail is that it was all actually hand carved out.
It was all hand built. There's no machine work done up here, which makes it a very unique trail. It makes it a lot of fun to ride. It has its own personality, where a lot of machine cut trail can feel the same when you go from one location to the next. This provides a great place to progress your riding. There's a lot of rocks, a lot of roots, and a couple trees you got to get around.
Now, speaking of trees, the one behind you, you said you've had an interesting encounter there once.
Yeah, there's a way to get through there on the bike where you have to wheelie through it and turn the bars immediately and then put them back down. But if you don't do it right, you can get stuck in it.
Oh yeah, here we go. Between a rock and a hard place. Needless to say, before you attempt this trail, you had best put in some hours on your mountain bike to get to at least the intermediate level.
Living in Fayetteville, this is kind of right out my backyard. I like how close it is to town and how accessible it is, yet how also challenging it is to to get up into these trails and ride them confidently. So really, I guess it's the challenge and the scenic opportunities, the overlooks, and the nature you experience up here.
It's kind of neat trying to maneuver through that area.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a very technical rock area. Right through here, these walls of rock. I mean, unless your handlebars are narrow or you have an ability to make a pretty clever move, yeah, it's hard to get through that tight spot without getting off your bike.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Cutoff Creek Wildlife Management Area and the Ravines Natural Area within it is quite the wilderness float, as we'll show you here in the next 4.3 miles or so. This is one of those areas that normally one wouldn't think of as a float stream, which is precisely why the Watchable Wildlife Coordinator with the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, Kirsten Bartlow, has mapped it out and added Cutoff Creek to her water trail system across the state.
It's pretty neat. You know, Arkansas has thousands of miles of rivers, streams, and bayous in the state. And a lot of them are really well known and we love to death. Maybe the Buffalo River, lots of us go there, but there's so many neat tucked away spots like Cutoff Creek. So Arkansas Game and Fish Commission, along with our partners like the Canoe Club and the Natural Heritage Commission and many others, have developed spots for people to go paddle that they might not know about. And this is one, we're getting to check it out. The section we'll do today is 4.3 miles. There's camping on either end of it. You can also go north from where we put in, and there's other camping and whatnot along the way. You could camp along the creek. So just a really nice place for a family. You can see it's slow-moving water to non-moving water, neat wildlife, and just, again, a great place for people to get out and paddle, see wildlife, go fishing, learn new skills, and just relax out in the natural state.
What is unique and remarkable about Cutoff Creek are the number of at least several hundred-year-old cypress trees that are in this stream along the 4 miles or so of the flow.
As you look around, there's these beautiful cypress trees, and we're in bottomland hardwoods here. But we're right on the transition to the Gulf Coastal Plain, which is a whole different habitat, you know, different plants and different trees. So it's this transition zone. We have these ecoregions around the state, which makes it special, like you said, these different unique spots we get to hit.
And the Ravines Natural Area, which we'll get into later, is quite the unique area here along the Delta.
Yeah, so it's part of that coastal plain area, and there's 2 ravines that move generally eastward as they move towards the creek here. And so you've got some upland oak and pine and that sort of thing, but as you work your way down, you're going to start seeing these more wetland-loving trees like willow oak and water oak, and then down here in the water, the cypress trees. So, and lots of neat wildlife that use this area. We're in the Mississippi Flyway, so birds in the thousands migrate through here. So some special species you can see here.
Now, speaking of wildlife, tree frog right there.
Yeah, you picked up a hitchhiker. A green tree frog is riding along with you in your kayak, yes.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we can listen for birds migrating through. You know, this time of year, people are going to start getting excited about duck hunting in this area. It's also a neat spot for folks to go fishing in the creek. There are neat, especially in the springtime, warblers that come through. The Swainson's warbler is one that's one of the most secretive birds probably in North America, and that's one that you can, if you got lucky, see in here, maybe more likely to hear.
Before Cutoff Creek Ravines was purchased, what kind of makes it unique is some of the history. Georgia Pacific owned this piece of property, and there was a forester that worked for Georgia Pacific that took a special interest in it because of the large timber in the uplands and the same quality timber in the lowlands. And that is what generally makes the area unique. It's got a full complement of upland hardwood species, primarily oaks, hickory, but there's also a lot of pine. And then as that transitions down into the ravines area, you get a lot more of the bottomland characteristic species.
So Debbie, you hang out on cypress trees a lot, do you?
I do.
I see.
All the time.
Tell us your observations of Cutoff Creek here. What do you think?
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful stream. It's different. All these places have their own character, and this one is no exception. It's got big trees, and it's a narrow channel, which in a lot of swamp places you don't see as much. You can't get lost, and it has a couple of weirs on it that keep the water in. So it's floatable right now, and probably most of the year. So that's, I'm very impressed. I was here at high water one year, and between the two, I think this level, the lower level, is the most scenic. It's really beautiful.
Okay, go find the Key Burrell. So seek out an adventure of your own in the wilds of Cutoff Creek Ravines Natural Area, southwest of Dermott. Just east of Berryville, right off Highway 62, you can literally walk down memory lane, thanks to one man's efforts of more than 20 years. So how did this all begin for you?
Well, I just kind of like to say, started it all. I don't know, I just got started, loved the old stuff. I had a lot of it in the old shop here, and then I kept going to out and finding things at people's back door and backyard and talking to them about selling it or giving it to me or whatever. So I finally got that shop filled up. But, hey, I'm getting overloaded right here. I got to do something. So I started to build this building right here. About 5 or 6 years ago, just built this. And then I started to put that little building, presentation up. Then we went and got the schoolhouse and granny house off the one property up here in town. So I built that about 2 years ago, the post office, and I built this winter, the barber shop, and found all the stuff that went in it this winter. So hopefully next year we're planning on building the dentist shop. I found all the stuff go in it, and it's just time consuming, and being working, taking care of my apartment and the place. I stay pretty busy doing it, but it's enjoyment, and people to it, they've been coming through here pretty heavy, and just really, God knows, doing well and enjoyed it 100%. It's something that we have car shows here for a while, 5 years, antique cars here. Then the Model T Club come through here from Springfield, go through it, and they really enjoy it and sit and talk for an hour or two. And it's just something, you know, I enjoy. And if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. And I enjoy it, and talking to different people from coming in from all over the United States, touring with them, showing them what was out and what it was, how the United States and what we done. Our parents and grandparents did, and a lot of young people, well, I don't remember this, what that thing do. So it takes a while to explain to them all, you know, what everything done. But it's been very enjoyable to me, really has. And people just, like I say, just 100% love it. I haven't seen nobody complain about it one time, of all the time had it open here.
Now imagine you get, when people come in here and start looking around, they're probably going to ask you, well, can I buy this? Or
yep.
Can I?
I get that real heavy, I mean extremely heavy. Do you want to sell any of this stuff? I said, no, it's almost impossible to sell. And most people have been watching the American Pictures on the show, you know, they coming in and wanting to buy all these things. So I got tired of the American Pictures, so I put the Arkansas picture right up here on the door.
The Arkansas pickers, huh?
So I put that out, and I said, no, it's nothing for sale. It's just those personal stuff, and we enjoy it. People all over the United States enjoy it, touring through it, so I don't want to sell any of it. This is my old filling station. I worked at a little filling station when I was a teenager, so it gave me an idea of what I did when I was growing up. And there's some old stuff in here. I got most of this stuff pretty close to the back door in different places around the old arch, and just traveling and setting it up and built the first building I built on my property right here, this little filling station. And I keep adding more to it if I can find anything. It's getting harder and harder to find the old stuff, but once in a while, I'll find something else, a different time to put in here or something, but just make it look like the real thing.
And this, we have the old-time post office.
Yeah.
Typical.
We call it a little old post office in the old days. And I found most of all the old stuff pretty close and make it look as close to the original as I could.
Oh yeah, I've got the
unique,
post office
the old box
boxes in
and the
there.
original old mail sorting box back there in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's neat. And you even got an old schoolhouse here.
Yeah. This old building was up here in town, and I restored it and put it right there and tried to find all the old stuff, go back in there, come out of the old schoolhouse, and we call it a one-room schoolhouse in the old days. A lot of the older people come down, oh, I can remember this little schoolhouse, remember the death, all of that stuff. It's just unique looking, and brought it back to the close to the original, most of the elder people that have been through here and talking about it.
Wow.
This little barber shop, we just built it this year. We found all the original stuff in it. Most of all the stuff come out of one barber shop around Garden City, Kansas. We went up there, and it's all old. It was around the early 15, 18 model. The original stuff in here, and this is a 1902 barber pole from London.
Wow.
Yeah. These two chairs and the cabinet and the sink come out of one place in Garden City, Kansas. Yeah. So I put it together, and a lot of the old barbers that have been through here really enjoyed it. They said it looked identical to the real thing back there when they was barbering back in the early 50s, late 40s.
While visiting Memory Lane Museum, you may also want to check out what Jerry Tanksley's wife Linda has created, fulfilling a 30-year ambition. It's a fabric and quilt shop which she says caters to customers who are serious about their sewing and quilting. I'll say her shop is stocked with more than 35,000 yards of fabric, any kind of design and style of fabric imaginable, not to mention antique quilts. So take a stroll down memory lane near Berryville and get lost in the 50s or 60s or 40s or 30s. Camping with some folks is one of those things, either you love it or you hate it. And if you happen to be one of those who hates it and wishes you had your home away from home, there is an answer. It comes with a real solid door. The history of the Yurt, Drew. I understand it goes way, way back.
You're right about that. Structures like this have been used for thousands of years, mainly in Central Asia, where they were a good use of space, good, durable, weatherproof homes for people.
Like Mongolia?
Mongolia, exactly. Windswept plains, and they work exceptionally well here in Arkansas as well.
So how did this come about to get this type of camping here at DeGray?
Well, we thought about an alternative to tent camping and a stay in our lodge, and we think this is the in-between with all the conveniences that we have within. It's just a little bit more enjoyable for some people than our regular tent camping or even a stay in their RV.
Now, the insulation of these things, you could camp here year-round.
Absolutely, they're comfortable year-round. They are insulated, and that provides comfortable temperatures spring, summer, and fall, and into winter as well.
And of course, the inside is what, 6 people?
We say they can accommodate up to 8. We do have 6 beds within. There are 5 twin beds and 1 full-size bed. So depending on the size of your family there, you can fit up to 8 inside.
Now, people that want to reserve one of these, they're going to have to, like what, a year ahead of time? They're so popular?
For certain times of the year, you're right, yes. We can reserve these 1 year in advance of your stay, and I'd recommend as soon as you know to give us a call and reserve one. They are very popular here at DeGray. We wouldn't want you to miss out on your chance.
This one especially here, I mean, that's the perfect, you're right here on the point.
You're right. This is in my opinion, the best yurt that we have. It's off a little ways. A beautiful breeze comes in out of southwest or southeast, keeps things very comfortable, and perfect access to the lake as well.
Yeah, the people have a boat or kayak. I mean, it's just within walking distance.
Absolutely.
Right here.
Just a few steps off the deck, you can be at your watercraft in a matter of minutes. Yeah.
Have you stayed in one yet?
I've not stayed in one yet. Unfortunately, been busy, but I have it on my list.
Right.
Yeah.
Deborah and Marcus Blakely of Benton used to do tent camping, but after trying out a yurt, they're now sold on it.
Well, if you're a woman that don't mind roughing it a little bit and having to walk a little ways to go to a bathroom, it's cheaper than going to the beach and staying in a condo. I love to be where I can look at nature and look at the water, and I enjoy cooking on a camp stove, or this year we're trying charcoal cooking in a Dutch oven for the first time, so I'm looking forward to that.
So I take it you enjoy this a whole lot better than a tent.
A whole lot better than a tent. You have a lot more room, you have a nice solid floor. We bring an air mattress to sleep on, so it's good to have something firm to, to set the air mattress on, and it's nice. You don't have to worry about it falling in on you. Don't have to worry about the rain dripping in on you.
When we came, I'd never been in one, and we'd had our experiences with tents, so we decided we'd give a try. We'd heard about it, and we were bringing our granddaughter, and we wanted something that was more structured and secure than just a tent, because we didn't want to have to worry with our granddaughter fighting a tent. So that's the reason why we tried it.
So what do you enjoy, especially, gosh, I mean, look at this location here. Tell us about what you enjoy about it.
Well, we both enjoy outdoors. We love to hike and just to be out. It's peaceful, and you can come and not have to worry about a lot of different things and just do nothing, So that's one of the reasons why we like it. You can bring your camping gear and your items and bring them in, store them, and it's a lot easier.
And lock it up, too.
And lock it up. It's got a door.
Set up and do nothing.
Yes.
I like it. Other state parks that offer yurt camping are Lake Catherine, Lake Charles, and Pettigene. My favorite part about yurt camping, you got it, right here. And if you'd like to see this episode again, or any one of our others, visit our website at aetn.org/exploringarkansas. And don't forget to like us on our Facebook fan page. And we'll see you again the next time for another exciting adventure on Exploring Arkansas.